Hello everyone and welcome to Business Intelligence Workshop. First, to introduce myself, my name is Hussein Nasser and I hold a master's degree in Information Technology and Computer Science from Ahliya University. I'm specialized in the research and applications of business intelligence and data-driven business solutions development gained through a long professional career in Bahrain and the Gulf region. Today, I'll provide you with a comprehensive training session in business intelligence and hands-on practical experience in applying business intelligence concept in real business life scenarios. So first, let's have a look at the big picture. Data is an asset for any organization, and businesses are drowning in data more and more, yet have surprisingly little access to it. In turn, business cycles are growing shorter and shorter, making it necessary to see the stream of new and existing business data and process it quickly enough to make critical decisions. So with traditional relational databases, Excel, or file system storage, the issue with maintenance and the usage of this data for developing the KPIs and management reports and visualizing this data and putting it in the hands of decision makers will appear pretty soon. Why are we saying there will be issues if we still use the traditional ways of storing this data? Many people will say, I can just run an SQL command and get the report that the management asks for, or analyze my data through Excel. I can have Excel graphs or charts, or even I can import the files into Excel and process it and give the reports. The problem is, if you use these the traditional methods, the data, as it grows bigger and bigger, you'll start facing issues. Imagine you have years and years of sales data, for example. I have 5 years of sales data, and I have millions of transactions. How can I store this data into Excel files? If we move on to the relational databases, the issue is, how will I write the queries to get this data every time the management asks for it? And the management will ask me every time for different kind of reports. The time that I'll take to develop these reports using TSQL and the traditional methods, the time that the SQL query will take to produce the results over millions of transactions, this time is critical. Why? Because decision makers usually require you to give the output instantly to take critical decisions. So without a business intelligence solution available, you might survive for now if you have a small data set. But as your data grows, you'll start facing issues. There have been major shifts in the 21st century in information technology, and we've seen new terminologies appear. From, for example, mobility, to cloud, to social media, and even databases and BI have emerged into big data, which is the natural evolution, because now we have different sources, we have different volumes of data coming in, we have different types of data. We have text, we have maybe it's a tweet, maybe it's an Instagram picture, maybe it's an X-ray image. So because of that, only the big data terminology appeared. But does that mean we don't need to study BI and move directly to big data? This is the question. When we look at the bigger picture, we see that business intelligence and big data, although they are two different things, they serve the same purpose: helping business take decisions, helping business grow. Whether it's business intelligence, whether it's big data, whether it's called analytics, whether it's called data mining, after all, we are looking for one solution that will satisfy the business requirements. So what's in it about big data? Big data usually solves the 3 V's problems. The three V's problem is the variety, the volume, and the velocity of the data. Not having fast enough computer systems capable of gathering and storing the data is the velocity problem. And not having computer systems that can accommodate the volume of data coming in is the volume problem. And not having computer systems that can process images, for example, the X-rays, is the variety problem. So when we look at big data, we mainly talk about infrastructure, where data is stored in different clusters and the processing is distributed, where we bring the process close to the data cluster rather than taking the data to the process. But when we talk about business intelligence, we talk about finding answers to questions you already know. Big data, in return, it helps you find the questions that you didn't even know you want to ask. So in real life scenario, usually people will either go with business intelligence or big data according to business needs. What are your business needs will determine what technology to go for. So when we talk about BI, we talk about the generation, aggregation, and analysis, plus visualization of data to inform and facilitate business management and strategization. When we talk about analytics, we talk about how can we break down the data, how can we assess the trends over time, how can we compare one sector of measurement to another. So if BI is about making decisions, analytics is about asking questions. How is my new model doing compared with my older model? How is one salesperson doing compared to another salesperson? And even asking questions about the future, because analytics have predictive modeling, have descriptive analytics, we have diagnostic analytics, and we have prospective analytics. So all of these together will help answer or ask the questions. When we talk about data mining, we talk about finding the signals hidden in the noise, the search of previously unrecognized patterns of data or unrecognized relationships. So for example, in data mining, we talk about if I bought product A, will I buy product B or not? By studying, training data over long periods to find these kind of relationships. We call them undefined trends that are hidden in our data. So you should concentrate on programmatically solving the business need with the best technology available, whatever it's called, whether it's called big data, data warehousing, business intelligence, analytics, data mining. The target here is to satisfy the business needs and help business in defining their strategies, in achieving customer satisfaction, and in driving their decisions. About the roles that you will need to become a BI developer. Usually in business intelligence, we talk about 3 different sets of roles. We have mathematical skills, we have business skills, and we have information system skills. So combining the business skills with the information system skills, if you know about the business, if you know how the finance of your business is working, or how your operations of your business is working, and you are a computer science graduate, for example, or software engineering or systems development graduate, you can become a BI developer or a data analyst, for example. Combined with mathematical skills, for example, information theory, combinatorics, discrete maths, and statistics, you can become a data scientist. A data scientist will definitely have all the skills that are required to develop BI solutions, big data solutions, and data mining solutions as well. So here we'll outline what we are going to cover and why this workshop is important for you. We are going to study business intelligence and its practical applications in real life. Why is it important for you? Business intelligence have been one of the fastest growing technological trends in recent years. And experience in this field will definitely help you jumpstart and advance your career using tools that you already have or will have in future in your organization. Usually companies understand the importance of BI in their decision-making process. But when investigating the available commercial BI solutions or options, the cost usually becomes a barrier. Although most of the time, they already have all the tools required to build a decent BI solution that can satisfy their needs. But if they can afford the commercial tools, of course, it will give you more options and more features. If you cannot afford them, you can use the tools that you already have to build the BI solution and help your management take better decisions. So how are we going to achieve that? We're going through data warehousing at the beginning. How can we warehouse the data? Then we'll talk about ETL. What is the meaning of ETL? How can we bring the data in our data warehouse? After that, we'll talk about multidimensional cube modeling. How can we take the data warehouse and build the cube to be used by business users? And finally, data visualization. How can the customer take my cube and build whatever reports they require? The toolbox that we'll be using Microsoft SQL Server 2012 Professional Edition, which has the database engine, the analysis services, and integration services. Of course, this is not the free version of Microsoft SQL Server. The free version is called Express Edition. Express Edition will have the database engine, but not the analysis services and integration services. But from my experience, most of the companies already have at least the standard edition, and some of them have the enterprise edition of SQL Server 2012, which you can use. And we'll be using Microsoft Business Intelligence Studio 2012 as well, added to Report Builder and Microsoft Excel to visualize the data. The last three are free tools that you can download and start using in your organization.